doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is madness. That's what it says, right? If you are expecting, or you are in a place in your life right now where you say, you know what, I no longer want to make the same mistakes that I've been making, I want something better, right? What you want to do is to look at the habits, the patterns that has brought you to where you are now, and decide to change it. Any successful woman or man you meet will tell you that they did this and this every day, and they were able to achieve the success that they have now. What habits are you engaging in now, and you see that you're not getting the expected results that you want to get? You need to start looking at changing some of those habits. Take for example, I did not like that I snap easily at my kids. I did not want them to feel they are not welcome to talk to me when they want to. I knew I had to change. I did not need to wake up and already be exhausted even before the day started. I knew I had to change my habits. And today we are going to be talking about, or I'm going to be sharing with you 10 habits that every woman who wants to have a balanced life should engage in to be able to be a better version of themselves. The time management. This topic can never be overemphasized. You need to manage your time. Take for example, I wanted to be able to do some things for myself so I don't feel lost because of marriage, kids, and work. So what I did was I start my day 1 or 2 hours before every other person in the house wakes up. So you need to find a way to start managing your time. You use your alarms on your phone. You know, if you have a flexible working schedule, you can set your time. You know, I'm going to work from 8 to 6 p.m. and I get home at a particular time. I'm going to devote 1 hour or 2 hours to do this and this and this and that. You need to start learning how to manage your time. You can't spend over 4 hours on social media or 7 hours and expect other things that you need to do to be rushed, and at the end you won't be happy with yourself. Second of all is you need to be patient with yourself. You need to accept that you have some flaws, because hey, nobody is perfect. When you accept that you have some flaws, accept the mistakes you made in the past, you will forgive yourself and learn how to move forward. Pick the lessons from those mistakes and do better. Next is you want to belong to a social group. Belong to groups. If you're a new mom, you want to belong to groups, communities for new moms. Okay, there you would realize that how you're feeling is not from a place of selfishness. There are other women that feel the same way. Okay, take for example, I desired to grow in my business, because when I went into business I didn't have enough knowledge on the field that I was going into. I realized along the line that I needed to equip myself with some other skills. So I got myself involved in communities of business coaches, right, where they share experiences, knowledge on how to tackle this and this, and other business owners too are sharing what they are doing, and that helped me to say, you know what, okay, I have to make my marketing budget for this next month. This and this is how I need to do if I want to see this kind of results in my business. So in any area of your life, if you want to work on your weight, you just want to eat better, join communities. There are groups, health coaches that have free groups that you can join, and they share with you not just meal plans but words of encouragement on your journey to living a healthier life. That's why it's important to belong to a group, so you don't get tired and fall along the way. Next habit is to, I noticed that I was having bloated tummy. I didn't want that, right? So I recently cut out completely from my diet or from my eating habit Pepsi. So for the past 5 days I haven't had Pepsi to take. Yay! I'm so excited. So that's what eating healthy and being in a group does for you. Okay, so when you have to eat healthy, when you eat healthier, you will improve your life. And when you get older, some of the illness that some people suffer because of poor choices, you don't get to go through that. So you need to eat healthy so you don't suddenly take ill, and of course when you're ill, there is nothing like, my plans for this week, my plans for today is this and this. You can't do anything if you are not healthy. So you need to eat healthy so that you can achieve those goals that you have set for yourself, both personally and even for your family, right? So next habit is self-care. See, this self-care, my sister, it can never be overemphasized. It can never be overemphasized. I have one of my past video. I think I will link it in the description. I spoke more on self-care. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm just going to summarize it as you having to pay attention to yourself, right? You cannot give what you do not have. You want the people around you to be at their best, be happy, be joyful. You also have to have the same energy, right? If you are always looking unkept, right? Self-care is not just the physical, it's a whole lot more, right? But I'm taking an example as your physical look. If you are always looking unkept, nails undone, everything, you're always looking unkept, my sister, if you pass by mistake, pass a mirror while you're going through your daily activities, you wouldn't like what you see. You will begin to resent yourself and the people around you. And it's not because of anything, but because you're not paying attention to yourself. So there is no way you would be able to respond properly to people around you, and you will be giving off the wrong energy, and you'll be wondering to yourself, why is this kind of thing happening? Why is it today of all days that my car decided to just mess up? It's because of the energy that the atmosphere around you is feeding off. That's why the same day you're waking up grumpy, you're scolding everybody, you're raising your voice at everybody, that's the very day that your tire decides to show itself. So you need to pay attention to yourself. Somebody wants to say hi. Next on the list of habits that you want to engage in for a balanced life is to set boundaries. My sister, I am learning to do that by saying no. You set boundaries by saying no to something that you do not have to do right now, that doesn't fit into the schedule that you have planned for that particular time. Okay, you can't just, except for people that are extremely close to me, but people around me have come to understand that, before they come around, even people's schedule won't even permit you to just show up in front of someone's house and not meet the person at home. So I've learned to say, oh, I'll see you later, I'll not now, I'll call you later, right? You set healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries, not just to outsiders but even to your kids, right? You want to set healthy boundaries. The next habit is to communicate better. Learn to communicate what you expect from people. Don't assume that they should know, right? That's just setting them up for failure. Okay, if for example you have domestic help and you are not going to be at home while they are working, if you engage the services of the ones that come and leave, what you want to do is to write out the things you expect them to take care of while you are away, and don't just assume that they are going to do everything. They are called domestic help for a reason. They would not all of them know how to use their initiative, so you need to spell it out. Do this, do this, do this, do this. Okay, you have to communicate better at your place of work, or in the midst of even with your spouse. Take for example, I used to get upset with my husband on some particular things, right? And instead of saying, oh, this is what I expect from you, I will just keep quiet and just be upset. And the person that I'm upset with is just busy going about his business and happy and all of that. And after a while, just like, baby, why is your face like this? In my mind, I'm like, she could notice, I'm like, is it that he can't notice that he did this and it's not right? Okay, so you need to communicate with your kids. Communicate what you expect from people around you. Be a better communicator. Learn how to resolve things without it resulting into unnecessary drama if you can. But better communication helps you live a balanced lifestyle. Next on our list is to be organized, or learn to be. And organization starts with decluttering. Things that you haven't used for the past 6 months, it's better to get rid of it, dash it out, or do away with it. Or if there's the ones that you can sell, you sell them, right? Declutter your spaces. It helps you have a better focused mind. It helps deal with procrastination. Organize things. And even if you have kids, for example, once they start seeing that, oh, mommy is an organizer, she puts things, she likes things to be put here, this and that, they will start learning. You also need to start teaching them, this is where we keep dirty clothes, this is where you keep your shoes when you come back from school, this and this and this. Even in your workspace with your colleagues, you have to learn to organize yourself better, so that it's not when they are looking for a particular file and then you start ransacking everywhere. Learn to be a better organizer, right? So that you are not always under pressure. Another habit to live a balanced life is to spend time alone. Spend time with yourself. You wake up, either you decide to do it first thing in the morning or the last thing at night. If you have kids, you want to get them to go to bed on time, so that you can have enough time without you having to sleep too late, because you want to be on your best mood when you wake up. If you sleep early, you wake up early and your body is relaxed. Okay, so you need to spend time on your own. When you're spending time on your own, you get to evaluate yourself for the day, journal, just let your head down and appreciate yourself for that day. Talk to yourself, And I say that to myself, and I'll be like, oh, this issue would have turned into a quarrel, but instead of replying this person like this, you said it like this. Well done, girl. Well done, girl. Or, oh, um, today I was able to keep up with my schedule, posting on my business handle. You did well, Jennifer. Well done, girl. So you need to spend time on your own. Appreciate yourself for the day. Evaluate yourself. Write down your thoughts, and even you will get inspiration for um, ideas. If there are things that you have been wondering how to go about it, when you start spending time with yourself, you will begin to have clarity on what to do concerning those particular things. Like for myself, I wake up 1 or 2 hours before every other person, like I said earlier on, and I do my spiritual activities, prayer, Bible study, and within that 2 hours, not every time, but sometimes I get clarity. I ask questions, and I'm silent and expect speak to me on topics, help me understand why this situation is the way it is, and that way I feel better. Any day I don't start my day like that, I always feel something is missing. Engaging in these activities daily, you get used to it, that when you don't engage in one of these activities, especially spending time on your own, if you don't engage in it for one day, you will feel that something is missing. And I encourage you to try that now. I'm going to put a link in my bio, where I talked about self-care deeper, right? So that you can watch it and see how the things you need to do to be able to, that doesn't cost too much, for self-care and spending time on your own. Next, spend time with your friends and family, right? You need to spend time with them. When you are able to spend time, if they invite you over for events, if it's within your schedule and you were given well enough notice, go out, spend time. When you go out, you are able to build your knowledge bank, because you never know who you're going to meet at such gatherings, that discussions will propel an idea or might answer some questions that you have been asking yourself. How do I go about this? You never know. People close billion-dollar deals with people that they meet at events. So if you have not been going out for one reason or the other, girl, get up and make sure you go out next time with your friends or your family, or even yourself. Take yourself out. You never know, right? That's how you live a balanced life. If you have enjoyed this video, please comment below what you have noticed that you're not doing, a habit that you want to take seriously, and join my group. Follow me on Instagram, where I share tips on how we can be a better version of ourselves. If these habits have been helpful, comment below what you are going to start changing to see those goals that you have set earlier in the year achieved, right? And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so that other people that will find it useful can pay attention to it. See you next time.